Today we're going to be reviewing the movie Totally Killer, which I got the opportunity to watch it last night. This film is about the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns 35 years later after his murder spree to claim another victim. 17-year-old Jamie accidentally travels back in time to 1987, determined to stop the killer before he can return again. Overall, it was a good movie, lots of fun aspects to it. It wasn't hard to break into the fact that this was a multi-storytelling concept of time travel and family. There are a lot of scenes that are still alive in my head, giving me the best impressions of those special moments in the film that gave me tons of pleasure and excitement to actually see these actors in a slasher film, giving them the opportunity to grow in this genre as a whole. I think it was definitely a good way of taking a new step into the whole time travel and slasher flick aspect. This is a very family-oriented film that I think will give mothers and daughters some pleasure watching this as well, because it is a mother and daughter type of dynamic duo. Also wanted to point out that this was actually a very similar motive that the killer had in Scream 4 when they wanted a lot more fame and the ability to kind of justify their standards as an individual in the community or society that they're in. I thought the lead actress was incredible. She did a fantastic job kind of moving the story along, not breaking the characteristics of who her character actually is, and she did a straightforward performance, and I thought that that really helped carry these supporting characters a lot and develop the story even more, considering the fact that I think these types of films have a future. I think that this kind of reminds you of how the early 2000s were, as well as, you know, what the new decade is. And there were a lot of mentions of like what 2023 political atmospheres are, which we're not going to get into the whole political atmosphere on this channel. But the idea is pretty interesting because you have a girl who all she knows is stuff from the later 2000s, going back to the 80s, which was an interesting turn. The story arc here wasn't all over the place. There was a lot of really, really cool details that the director put inside here that I thought really reminded me of Back to the Future. Now, there was a particular scene where I kind of cringed at. That cringe kind of came specifically from the very ending when they were on that ride and she was trying to kill the killer and she ended up pushing him and he turned into this pile of dust, which basically kind of erased him from that time frame. It's good because he's basically not existing anymore because of him being in the past at that time as the person he was in the future. Kind of helps tell the story in a lot of different ways. Now, I don't like the fact that they used those little pixie dust effects and stuff. It just didn't look proper. It didn't look good. It felt like more of a girly movie than that. But this is a movie that definitely could have been turned into something that everybody can enjoy, which I do think everybody can enjoy, especially if you're a lover of cinema. Also, what do you think the motive could have been? Could it have been something better? Could it have been something more fresh, more unique? You let me know in the comments down below. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie a 5.5 star rating, which is a D+. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.